Hello students, today I am here with third poem of your book First Flight, and the name of the poem is A Tiger in the Zoo. So this poem contrasts a tiger in the zoo with the tiger in its natural habitat. Means we'll find comparison between two tigers in this poem. One is living in the zoo and the other one is living in forest. Okay, so we'll compare them. The poem moves from the zoo to the jungle and back again to the zoo. So, firstly, we'll talk about a tiger in the zoo, then a tiger in the jungle, and again the tiger in the zoo. Okay, so let's see what's there in the poem. So, in the very first stanza of the poem, he stalks in his vivid stripes the few steps of his cage on pads of velvet quiet in his quiet rage. So the poet here is saying that the tiger has many stripes on its body. You have seen, okay? So and they are vivid, they are bright, vivid stripes. The bright stripes on the body of tiger, and because of them it can be seen from distance कि दूर से ही लोग पहचान जाते हैं because of those stripes, those bright stripes. And what is he doing? He stalks in his vivid stripes कि he is moving here and there. Stalking कर रहा है means to follow कर रहा है, move कर रहा है in his bright stripes. Okay, and he refers to the tiger. Clear? The next line, the few steps of his cage. So here just try to understand the meaning between the lines, because it is must in the poem that we have to think deeply to understand the real meaning of the poem. Okay, so here just the poet is showing the pain of the tiger because he is in the cage. So here the poet is saying that the few steps of his cage, that the tiger is in the cage and that's why he is able to move only the few steps. Okay, he can't move more steps because he is in the cage, and the cage you know very well, the radius of the cage means जो होता है area बहुत कम होता है, that's why he can't move more steps. Okay, on beds of velvet white. Have you heard about the feet of lions and tigers? They have pads below them. उन पे पैड्स लगे होते हैं एंड दे आर लाइक वेलवेट, बहुत सॉफ्ट होते हैं एंड दे आर क्वाइट बिकॉज दे डोंट मेक एनी काइंड ऑफ साउंड व्हेन द टाइगर्स और द लायंस मूव. जब वो चलते हैं तो इनके जो पैड्स लगे होते हैं पैरों में, बिकॉज ऑफ दैम देयर फीट डोंट मेक साउंड, वो इसलिए साउंड नहीं होती है चलने में. So he is moving in his cage and he is making no sound. In his quiet rage. Rage का मतलब होता है anger, extreme anger. That he is very angry, but even then he is quiet because he can't do anything. He is helpless in his cage. So this was very first stanza. Move forward. Second one. He should be lurking in shadow, sliding through long grass near the water hole where plump deer pass. So in the first stanza we talked about a tiger in the zoo, and here we'll find the contrast. Now we'll talk about that if this tiger would have been in the forest, कैसे करता ये सब कुछ, क्या होता उसके साथ, क्या सिचुएशन होती, क्या कंडीशन होती. ओके, सो ही शुड बी लर्किंग इन शेडो. कि ये तो लर्किंग का मतलब होता है टू हाइड हिमसेल्फ, छुप छुप कर चलना. ओके, ही शुड बी लर्किंग इन शैडो. दैट इफ इट वर इन अ फॉरेस्ट, सो इट वुड हैव बीन लर्किंग इन शैडो, कि ये तो शैडो में छुप छुप कर चल रहा होता. स्लाइडिंग थ्रू लॉन्ग ग्रास, और लॉन्ग ग्रास में से होकर चलता, शैडो में खुद को छुपाता. नियर द वाटर होल वेयर प्लम्प डियर पास, एंड he should be there near the water hole, near the river, because It is the main place where the plump deer का मतलब होता है fat deer, and fat deer मतलब कि it is the favorite prey of tigers. ये सबसे जो favorite होता है उनका वो शिकार होता है plump deer, fat deer. So अगर ये जंगल में होता तो ये कहाँ होता, नियर द वाटर होल, एंड थ्रू द लॉन्ग ग्रास ही would have been lurking there in shadow, and he would have been waiting for the prey, for plump deer to come there near the river. Okay, next, he should be snarling around houses at the jungle's edge, barring his white fangs, his claws, terrorizing the village. So here again in the we will talk about a tiger in the jungle. कि अगर ये जंगल में होता तो क्या करता, इसको मतलब क्या करना चाहिए, इसको यहाँ नहीं होना चाहिए. इट शुड नॉट बी हियर, इट शुड बी इन जंगल, बिकॉज इट इज़ द नेचुरल हैबिटेट ऑफ टाइगर्स. द पोएट इज सेइंग दैट. सो ही शुड बी स्नार्लिंग अराउंड हाउसेज, कि ही शुड बी स्नार्लिंग. स्नार्लिंग का मतलब होता है रॉरिंग. ओके, रॉर करना, कि इसको तो घरों के पास होना चाहिए. ही शुड रॉर देयर नियर द हाउसेज एट द जंगल्स एज, मीन्स एट द एंड ऑफ द जंगल द हाउसेज आर देयर, एंड ही शुड रॉर देयर अराउंड देयर. ओके, बारिंग हिज वाइट फैंग्स, कि इसको अपने जो वाइट फैंग्स हैं, मतलब कि जो टीथ हैं बड़े, उनको दिखाना चाहिए. ही शुड शो देयर, ही शुड शो हिज वाइट teeth, big teeth, his claws, उसको अपने claws दिखाने चाहिए, and terrorizing the village, and he should terrorize the village people. Okay, inhabitants of the village, he should terrorize them, कि उसको तो ये सूट करता है, ये सब करना चाहिए. Next, but he is locked in a concrete cell, his strength behind bars, stalking the length of his cage, ignoring visitors. So again we'll talk about the tiger who is in the cage, because it is the reality right now. So the poet is saying here that he should be in the jungle and he should terrorize the people there, but the reality is that he is locked here in the concrete cell. And you know concrete cell का मतलब होता है, concrete means a mixture of sand, water, stones, all these things. Okay, एक mixture होता है. तो बट ही इज़ लॉक्ड हियर इन दिस कंक्रीट सेल, की तो कंक्रीट की सेल में, मीन्स केज में बंद है. एंड हिज स्ट्रेंथ बिहाइंड बार्स, बार्स होते हैं वो जो सलाखें होती हैं उसकी, केज की जो बार्स होते हैं उनको बोलते हैं. लेकिन उसकी जो स्ट्रेंथ है वो तो बिहाइंड द बार्स है, वो तो वहाँ पर छुपी हुई है, लॉक्ड है. Stalking the length of his cage, ignoring visitors, and helplessly, what is he doing there? That he is following the length of his cage, that he is moving here and there, only in the cage within few steps, means limited steps, and ignoring visitors, and helplessly, in quiet rage, in anger, he is ignoring the visitors who is coming there. Clear? Next one, and the last also. He hears the last voice at night, the patrolling cars, and stares with his brilliant eyes at the brilliant stars. So in the last stanza, the poet says that he is unable to sleep in the cage because he is not feeling comfortable here, because the natural habitat is the forest, and he should be there. That's why. But the fact is that he can't show his anger also, so he is quiet. So he hears the last voice at night. At night also he is unable to sleep, and he hears all the sound which the people are making there, and the patrolling cars. Patrolling cars का मतलब होता है जो कार विजिट करने के लिए आती रहती हैं. Maybe the guards are there who visit the zoo. Okay, who guard the zoo. So he hears the sound of patrolling cars at late night, and then stares with his brilliant eyes at the brilliant stars, and again helplessly he stares at the brilliant stars up there in the sky with his brilliant eyes, that because he can't do anything there, that's why he helplessly stares at the brilliant stars up in the sky. Okay, so this poem was by Leslie Norris. So here was contrast between two tigers. First is in the zoo and the other one is in the forest. Okay, so this was the poem. I hope you understood it very well. And yes, one more thing, students, that I have told you about finding rhyming scheme in my previous poems. So I'm sure that now you all are known about it. That's why in this poem I'm not gonna tell you about rhyming scheme. So you yourself will tell me in comment section. Okay? And poetic devices of this poem, I'll make another video only about poetic devices. Then I'll talk about that. Okay? So now, bye bye.